Hello, good morning. Give it a few moments, see who joins us. We are live. This morning we're going to be doing a nice stretch and flow. So if you are watching the replay, hello, welcome. If you're watching the replay, it's not morning, maybe it is. If you joined, hi Jean, good morning. Today is stretch and flow, so I hope you feel like you need this right now as much as I do. If you just joined, it looks like there's 3 people on. Hi Kelly, that's 2. We have one more that needs to check in. Make sure you're commenting on the videos. Let us know that you're here. Thank you for joining. We'll get started in just a minute. We'll get nice and stretched out. Hopefully our total body worked on a little bit. A lot of our, good morning, Tracy, a lot of our tight areas and everything we've been working on. A few more. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. One more person, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more person that needs to check in. If you haven't checked in, if I haven't said your name, please check in. And we will get started in just a second. So if you're watching, that's you checking in. Let us know that you're here. Definitely need this stretch. Yes, hi Michelle. So we got 2 Michelles, Tracy, Kelly, and Jean. Welcome. Hopefully we'll stretch out. In the beginning, I'm going to demo quickly, but I'm going to come up to explain what the work or the movement is, just so you can so I can make sure that you can hear me. Good morning, Janet. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. So again, I'm just going to let you know that in the beginning, the movements I might need to pop up to if my head is facing the ground to make sure that you hear what I am saying. But then I will also demo the movement as well. So we are going to get started. Hopefully you have a mat or somewhere comfy, like a carpet, to use kind of like for softness, for your knees, for anything. We're going to be on the ground a lot today. So we are going to start in child's pose. If you'd like, we're going to have our knees wide, feet together. And we are just going to warm up and stretch out a little bit. So hands are going to be wide at the top corners of our mat. We're going to sit our hips back and just relax and take some deep breaths. Nice deep breaths, opening up that breath through the small of your back. Letting your hips sink between your knees. Try and get it lower to the ground. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Every time you breathe in, open up the belly, open up the lower back. Good. One more deep breath, and then we are going to sit on up. So we're in tabletop position, but our feet are still going to stay together. Our knees are going to stay wide. And we're going to bring our hands on in to the center of our chest, but still in line with our shoulders. Not too high, just in line. We're going to take our left hand in the center of our chest, under our shoulders. Our right hand, we're going to sweep across our body. And then we're going to open up to the right side of the mat. Inhale, sweep on down. Exhale, press away from the earth. Open up, try and get that inner thigh stretch. Maybe that left hip flexor. Inhale, sweep on down. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, sweep. And exhale, twist. Good. Replace your right hand where your left hand was. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So I'm going to face you. We're going to inhale, sweep across. Exhale, we're going to open up. Inhale, sweep across. Exhale, open up. Really try and get that chest facing the sky. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Good. Hopefully you feel a little bit better there. We're going to take one foot, keep it pulled up across. I'm wearing socks now, I might not in a little bit. So we're going to be in a half kneeling position. Knee, shoulder, and hip. Knee, hip, and shoulder are aligned. We're going to squeeze our glutes. Keep that hip flexor facing forward. Face this way. So if our left foot is forward, right hip or right knee is down, we're going to inhale and then exhale, open up, try and lean forward, and then press back over our knee. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, come on back. And again, inhale, shifting that weight forward, opening up that back hip, lengthening that back leg. Press back to standing or kneeling. Again, keep everything engaged. We're going to stay here on this last leaning. Opening up. If you want to reach and sweep your arms up with a nice big inhale. Opening up to the sky. We're going to exhale if you did that. If not, just bring your hands to the inside of your foot. If you're a little bit forward, you can scooch on back. And we're just going to press gently in our back leg, squeezing our glutes, and opening up that hip a little bit more. Now you can stay here, but if you don't feel the stretch or if you want to get a little bit deeper, you can come to a book, a block, whatever you got, or you can go right to your elbows, or you can go into a wider handstand outside of your mat and a little bit further forward, kind of help bring your body a little bit more down. Just don't forget that engagement of your glutes of your back leg and even your front leg for stability. Don't forget to breathe nice and deeply. Good. Come on up. We're going to replace the block if you have with our hands. And we're going to increase the stretch a little bit for some of us by tucking our back toe, lifting our back knee, and straightening, pressing that back heel back, keeping our hips nice and low. If you're tight like me, you might feel this in the hamstring of your front foot, your front leg, and your front foot. And again, continuing to deepen that breath through that belly, expand the belly. Belly is closer to all the muscles that might be tight of our hip flexors, our hamstrings. And drop that back knee. Straddling that front foot, we're going to shift our weight back. And we're going to do it into like a half split position. Again, try to shift your weight so you are facing forward. It's okay if your leg does not straighten. If you want to stay here, just bring the toes up and folding forward over that leg to what feels comfortable. Again, don't go too much where it doesn't feel comfortable or you have too much discomfort. You want only a mild discomfort. Bend that knee and stand up. Switch heel up and switch sides. We're going to replace the forward leg. We're going to stand on up. You might want to take a moment. You might feel a little difference between each side of your hips right now, and that's okay. We're going to try and even that out. So replacing, we're going to have our back knee, hip, and shoulder aligned. We're going to squeeze our glutes and try to tuck our tailbone under so our pelvis is tilted slightly to the sky. We're opening up this back hip flexor, and we're going to slightly shift our weight forward, opening up that back hip and back. Again, keeping those glutes engaged or those hamstrings engaged. This helps prevent any lower back, any pain or pinching that you might have. and really get into the muscles that we really want to stretch here. Opening up again, shifting forward and pressing back. Shift forward again. And we're going to stay here. So if you're not here, come on back. Hands are going to come down. Oh, let's sweep on up, open up as we keep our hips down. And exhale, bring our hands to the inside of our foot. Again, if you want to shift that weight back a little bit more, I need to scooch my leg back, straightening it still. You can go to your elbows, you can go to a wider stance here. We're just trying to get nice and low, engaging our back glute muscles still, pressing our back toes into the ground, and feeling that hip flexor nice and stretched. Not too much, just a mild discomfort. Deep breaths. Breathing and expanding that lower abdominals with every breath in. And moving the blocks, replacing the hands down. We're going to straddle that front foot, shift that weight back, and again, shifting it back so the toes are to the sky. You can use a block if you want for stability with your hands. You can sit on the block, whatever works for you. I just suggest folding forward over that leg and breathing deeply. Here's some variations. Nice and gently folding forward. Good. Rebend that knee and stand or sit on up. We're going to replace that front leg again with the first leg we had in front. So sorry, we might all be using a different leg. I didn't specify to begin with, but you guys are doing great. Judith, hello Judith, thank you for joining. So again, we're going to just open up a little bit more. We might be a little bit looser in our hip flexors. We might get a little bit deeper, and that's great. We're going to just, again, shift our weight, opening up, keeping our hands either on our thigh or using a block. We're just going to open up that chest a little bit more. We might have slightly of a back bend, lengthening that back leg. Opening up, keeping that chest up right here, and sinking those hips nice and deep, nice and low. Awesome. Stay with it. Anything feels like it's difficult to hold, pull back a little bit. Or if you really feel somewhere tight, deepen that breath. Make sure you take a nice deep breath in. Take our hands to the ground on the inside of our foot, plant them right against our feet, taking off my socks real quick, and we're going to lift our back leg. So tucking that toe, lifting that back knee, not the whole leg. And we're just might get a little bit of more of a stretch here with our hamstrings and hip flexors. We're going to take whichever arm is closest to the front foot, we're going to take that, again, we're going to sweep up across our body. So sweeping here, I'm going to exhale, twist over to that side of the mat with the hand that I'm using. Face you, just to show a little bit. So inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, sweep on down, keep those hips low. Exhale, open up. Back knees lifted, nice and long, or nice and long. and exhale. If you're here and you can stay here wherever you are, we're going to twist open. We're going to press this hip up a little bit higher, pressing through that front heel. Press that hip up as we twist. We might get into that glute muscle a little bit more. Come on down. We're going to shift that weight back, straightening that front leg. Rebend and switch. Awesome. Doing great. Hopefully you're staying with me. Switching which foot is in front. Again, we're going to lengthen that back knee by shifting that weight forward. My front knee and my front heel is always down. My front knee is always over or behind my toes, always over my heel, or behind my toes at least. As I get nice and deep here, we're going to open up that chest. Keep this hands on the thigh. We're using a block. We're going to inhale, lengthen, keep our glutes engaged, shifting those hips nice and forward, nice and deep. Good. Pressing the backs of the toes in. And then bringing our hands to the inside of our foot. We're going to tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and stay nice and low with those hips, straightening one knee one way, one heel the other way. Sorry, I think I forgot this one on the first round, but we're going to get it here. All right, taking the hand closest to our front foot, we're going to inhale, cross our body. Exhale, twist open, keep that back knee lifted. And inhale, sweep across. Exhale, twist on open. Inhale, sweep across. Exhale, twist on open. You can do it one more time to even your side out. And if you're here, we're going to shift that hip as we press up. We're going to shift our hips up a little bit, pressing through that front heel. You might feel a nice stretch in our outer glute. Hands come down, drop that back knee, shift that weight back, folding forward. Hamstring stretch again. And switch sides. So we're going to bring our other foot in front here again. Let's see how we do with this. We're going to, you can use a block or anything you have for your back foot, or you can use your hand, use somewhere where you want to hold. We're going to lengthen again back here, and if you would like, we're just going to press our toes on. We're just going to lift it, so we're getting a back, our back leg glute muscle, not glute, quadricep muscle is getting engaged here, so our thigh. Or if you'd like to reach back, grabbing that ankle and shift that weight forward so that we're not on top of our knee. This would be on top of our knee. If our hips are stacked over, our hips have to come forward. So now we're resting on that thigh as we pull that leg back. Again, you can hold the hand down and you can twist to the one side a little bit or shift that weight forward. So when you get a nice deep quad stretch here, use a block or something just to lift your foot a little bit at that knees. Use a strap if you have, sorry if you don't already. But definitely something you can do later as well. And come on out. Okay, we're going to keep our hands down. If they're not already, place them down on the inside of our foot. We're going to lift the back knee again. This time we're going to keep that front foot and hand together. We're going to push them against each other as we open up to the side of our body. Good. Stay nice and low. And come on down. Drop that back knee. And we're just going to shift through the center. So we're going to walk through, or If you're on the right side, we're going to open up to the side of our body, and we can bring our feet, our knees down, or our feet can stay up. We're going to twist so both of our feet up, hands are down if you can, and try and straighten those knees. And just working side to side. If your hands are down, if not, just kind of swing and relax forward, pointing those toes in slightly. And we're going to walk ourselves over to the back side of our mat. So our other foot is in front now. Which is great. All right. So opening up that back hip, we're going to do again. And you can use a block to elevate that back leg. Or use somewhere for stability. Use this chair. You can use, whatever, a table. You can use your hands planted if you can get nice and low. We're going to stay nice and low as we pull our back leg up, ankle up, and grab it. I like to sit up so I don't get too much of a stretch there, or I can get a good stretch there. Maybe you're engaged glutes, you can kind of have a nice balance here, opening up, shifting that weight forward. Again, deep breaths here. And relax that back leg. We're going to keep our hands on the inside of our foot. Plant that hand closest to the foot down. We're going to lift the back knee. Planting that hand down, we're going to push the knee and the hand into each other as we open up to the side of the body. Again, you can straighten that front leg or that arm, extend it out wide, looking up past our elbow or past our arm to the ceiling. Or keep it up to the sky and open up that chest more. Trying to stack everything over one line. Come on down, straighten that front leg. Good. Rebend that knee. And we're going to pull it on back. Kind of just stay in a kneeling position. Open up those hips if you want to get some hip circles going. You might feel some stretching, some differences from your right to your left that you didn't notice before. Or maybe you feel it a little bit more loose. Whatever's up to, whatever's going on for you. Could be different for everyone. We're going to end today's stretch in our figure 4. So we're going to take our right ankle, legs out in front, hands are behind us. Take my right ankle, cross it over above my left knee on my thigh, and bring my left leg in. As I'm here, you might not feel the stretch even if you press that knee away, because it's important to lengthen and straighten our back here. Deep breaths. We're almost there. Two more breaths. And release the leg, untwist. And the left leg now goes on top. Ankle is resting on the thigh above the right knee. Bringing the right foot in. Pressing the left knee away from the body. Try not to let the hip shift with that. So as you press the knee away, keep the hips square. And then open up that chest. And then deep breaths through the belly, through the rib cage, through the back. Send all that energy to wherever is tight. If you need more, you need to bring that foot in more you can, or lift up that toe. Just increase it a little bit more. You do not need to do that with this leg. Last breath. And straighten that guys for joining me today. Hopefully you got a good stretch in. If not, you can repeat any of the sequences we've already done. This video will be able to be replayed, so that's a nice little thing you got going on to replay the videos and spend some more time in some of the movements or positions that are going to be helpful for you. But at least we got a little bit of everything to hopefully help you out a little bit more. And yeah, you guys need to go into child's pose again, opening up the arms a little bit more. I don't know if you're feeling it as much as I am, but my triceps, my lats are feeling pretty sore today from everything. Thank you, Kelly. That was great. Thank you guys for joining. You guys did great. Hopefully you feel a little more stretched. Again, I encourage you to go back to this video and do it again, or spend some time on some of those movements that you need more time for. Just listen to your body and do what you need. All right. Good morning, and thank you for joining.